everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Stone Block 3. Our goal for today's episode is to make a fully automatic and efficient auto hammer and washer machine. This is our base right now. As you can see, I have made a bit of a cleanup and we dug a large hole on the right side. This is where we are gonna place our build. As you can see behind me, the chest monster is the result of taking out all of our items from out of our firmer base. It's a bit of a mess, but once we get to finish our machine that's going to be over here, we can gather the materials while tidying things up. I am still not done yet clearly with the clearing, but once we get to dig everything up and make an area, we can start right away. Now I just need to actually finish the clearing on this wall, and I already have an idea in mind anyway, so it's already my own take of the build. Just actually need the required materials for it, and then we'll be set to start. So we are gonna be back in a short while and start with the build. Alright, we are back and it's still a bit of a mess over here, but I want to get this machine built up so that it will be working while we are tidying all of this up. Right behind me over here, as you can see, I have cleared this area for the machine. It's a bit big, but the reason for that is so I can make a design or a facade just like what we did on our greenhouse over there. But this is just like a skin design for it. It won't be livable or accessible that much like over there. It's just so we can have a bit of a design in our place on our playthrough. And just for a little bit of a reminder for our build for today, this is a fully automatic hammer system and sieving for the resources specifically from dust, gravel, and sand over here. This is not for the taking, this is directly for gathering the resources. This will be our storage system for a bit. We are going to use drawers and I kind of organize them specifically like this, and one shelf over here for all the smeltable items so we can just pipe it up easily. Anyway, let's get into building. Alright, now in this chest will be the items that we're gonna be needing for our build. We need 3 cobble gens, 8 auto hammers, 3 drawers, 1 mechanical arm, 3 funnels, 6 depots, 3 encased chain drives, a vertical gearbox, and a normal one, an encased fan, 3 trapdoors, a water bucket, a shaft, 3 pipe upgrades, the actual pipe, some cogs, and some placeholder blocks. Then right below here will be the windmill of our rotational force source. And also lastly, don't forget your super glue in gluing together for your windmill. Alright, now that is everything in there, let us go to our build. First, we are going to start with the area where the items are going to be sieved and delivered. On this side, let's build a depot. These are the items that is going to be washed or sieved, and this is the area where the mechanical arm is going to take the items from. You can just take them here and deposit them over here. Then just place that on the middle, and that's already done. You can also use from your storage to just pipe them all up over on here depot, but I want to mostly use the create mod to its fullest, so I used a mechanical arm, and it looks fun to watch from a distance while this is working. Then let's place a placement block over here. This is for our spruce thrower. This is like a buffer storage for our items before it gets dropped down to our depot. Then we add a brass funnel. Use the brass one so the items that is going to be taken from our storage from behind will be a stack rather than the andesite funnels, which it will only drop down on our depot one at a time. And just remove our placement blocks over here. Then we go and start with our auto hammer system part over on this side. Now we add here 1 for just gravel, cobble to gravel, then add here 3. So from cobble to gravel to dirt to sand, and on the last one is from cobble to dirt to sand to dust. Then we are going to hold up on adding the cobble gen from behind, so it will not kind of work for now. We're going to add them once we have finished everything. Now for the next step over here will be the auto washer system. Let's add a placeholder block over here. Over here is where we are going to place our trap door, so it will not spill out over here. Place a trap door over here. Place one over on the sides also. One here and one over here. Then place another one over here and add the fan. You can close that one except for the one on the front. Then remove the placeholder blocks. Not this one for now. And remove it like this one. Okay, now that we have our fan over here and a water source block on this side, the system is almost complete. Now we just have to have the machine that is going to make everything work. We're going to add another windmill bearing. It is almost similar to the one that we use for our harvesters on our greenhouse over there, but it'll be a little bit more compact than last time. Okay, they give me a stick. But first, you gotta add an encased chain drive. This is the block that is going to make everything stackable. I will explain later. Now let's just add the windmill bearing. Add block here, windmill bearing on this side, and this one. Remove the block placement here. Add a large cog, so we can add a rotational speed controller to make life easier, and a vertical gearbox to make the rotation onto the opposite side so that our fan over here will rather shoot out the air, blow out the air rather than sucking them in. Then we will just add a cogwheel to hook this to up. There we go. We have a working turbine. Let's click this up. Yep, it is now working perfectly. The water is being blown to the side where everything is going to be washed or sieved for resources. Now let's just complete it. We can add more rotational speed over here. Let's just add cogwheels here for until it reaches on this block over here. Then let's just add a shaft that will be connected to our mechanical arm. There you go. And if we click this one, we'll actually start taking them items and then placing them on the depot where it is available, and then the gravel, and then place it here. There you go. Just stop it for now and add the pipes, the output for our depots or our resources. Grab your pipe, place them below, and place them where you want your items to go. I will place the storage system once we add the facade or the skin for the design of our machine, but for now, for explanation, put the chest right here like so. And before you do anything, of course, we make this as input. Without any of the pipe upgrades, you can actually add a filter. These are already modified for the items here. We have to blacklist dust, gravel, sand. So once if the gravel, sand, or dust are placed in this depot, it won't be taken. Then just continue it with the others. And there you go. It works like a charm. And everything should be here. Okay, I think that is all for the machine. Time to design it all over. And fast forward to now, in here we have the exterior facade design for our auto hammer and washer machine. It's simple and it looks clean, nice and clean for me, and it does a great job for covering up most of the messy cogs and wheels that is hidden in the skeletal of our machine. Like for example, we have our turbine on the side over here and the mechanical arm that is working on the front. This is also one of the main reason why I chose to have a mechanical arm rather than just piping all the items on our distribution area on the front. We can have a little bit of a dynamic system here while we walk through our base. And it's not just a plop out design or a machine, it's actually moving. Now for a quick little tour over here with the doors. We have our storage system. It's simple, it doesn't have any complex items. I still don't have a controller. This could have been a little bit much more cleaner if I have a controller over here, because it will just connect all of their drawers all together for the input and output. But for now, having them piped up one of each is good as long as you lock them up so no stray items will go on the empty spots of our drawers. And if we back out a little bit, it still seems a little bit plain, I know, like the pavement or the environment around the machine that we have here, because we are going to do that once we actually able to finish the next machine on our list, which is the bulk blaster. It is a machine that is going to smelt all the items that we categorize or segregated on our storage over there. As we have here, we have a door over here. This is mainly the maintenance room that we have going on here. This will be removed, I think, or I'm just going to add it on this side. But yeah, I'm going to connect a conveyor belt or a pipe that goes all the way to our auto smelter machine that we are going to make next time. I already have an idea on mind. The only thing I need is to acquire the actual components and items that is going to build up the machine. Now that we have finished showcasing this design, let's go for a quick look in a creative world I have and show you how we can stack each segment together. Okay, let's go. So here is our creative world where I tested the machine. As you can see here, we simply stack them up vertically. It has still the same components, like the depots over here being washed and distributed, and the auto hammers at the back. Then the pipes over here. The depot can actually output from below or above, so you can just add it like this one and it will work just fine. Then right next to it is our fans. To place the fans, you just have to place one block to place another one. And the good thing about the fans over here is that it will work even though it is not a water source block. Flowing water will work, so just delete the placeholder that we have from below and let the water flow. Then, because we use the chain drives, all the rotational direction will be on the same rotation. The only thing to keep in mind though as we add more components to the machine is the available stress units until the whole thing gets overstressed. I suggest making a stressometer over here so you can have a much more simple way of looking at how much stress it can still take. As you can see here, it only has 576, but most of it is coming from the millstone actually. If we take out the connection to the millstone, it will have a lot more left by just the distribution or the auto hammering and the fans. Because, yeah, the one millstone already takes 192 stress units. To add more stress units to your machine though, you just have to tweak your rotational force generation unit over here, which is our windmill. We can just add more sails or wool. It can take up to 126 more of the sails or wool items that you can connect in our windmill bearing, and that amount can actually take you to 8,000 more stress units, which is really a lot, and you can make more of your segments over here. And yeah, I think that is right about it. That is everything to know, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.